What up guys, and welcome to the week 3 of the SDL. This week we're facing Justin, aka Jiggy YouTube, and his team, the Buffalo Buffalans. And we have a pretty good matchup against him. And this is the final week where we bring Tapu Bulu. I really wanted to bring him the last 2 weeks, but yeah, he didn't do that a great job against the other team, so I figured it would be better to left him on the bench. But this week we're gonna bring him with the Choice Bandit set, because if you look at his team, he has Skarmory, Tapu Fini, Arcanine, Lycanroc Day version, Scrafty, Lantern, Mega Sceptile, Metagross, Mudsdale, Buffalon, and Silvally. He has pretty much no switch-in for Tapu Bulu. The only thing that would be a thing would be Skarmory, which he could run Shell on to deal with our Magneton. But that's why we brought Magneton as well, because we can trap that thing and pretty much go through his team with Tapu Bulu. We have 188 speed IVs to outspeed a defensive Arcanine with a bit of speed. I guess Arcanine comes to 116 or 115, I think, so we put a bit speed to outspeed it safely and to knock him out with 2 Stone Ages after Stealth Rocks, or to just knock him out with the superpower, maybe, which we could go for depending on what he brings. I guess Woodhammer, Hornleech, superpower, and Stone Age is pretty nice to deal with his team. I thought of maybe bringing Sub or Swords Dance or maybe Taunt to prevent his team to do anything to status me, or to sub up against a faster mon like Metagross and pick him off, or Buffalon if he runs Scarf, or I don't know, just for that. But yeah, I figured Choice Band would be better because he has absolutely no switch in. And yeah, so I thought about bringing Cobalion as well, because he can set up the Stealth Rock, he can pivot out with Volt Switch, and look at his team. His only thing he could switch into Volt Switch is Lantern, and if it's specially defensive, it gets 2-hit KO'd by close combat with 156 IVs, no, not IVs, EVs into attack. And yeah, we can pretty much outspeed everything in his team except for Sceptile, so I put 156 speed IVs plus Jolly to outspeed Jolly Silvally and Jolly Arcanine, which are the fastest mons on his team, except for Mega Sceptile, which we cannot speed anyway, so yeah, I guess it's just fine. And Close Combat can knock out, oops, I clicked it again, sorry guys. Close Combat can 2-hit KO Lantern and Scrafty with max HP both, so I figured 156 EVs are just enough to deal with. And we have Taunt to taunt his Skarmory, to taunt his Tapu Fini and Volt Switch out, to taunt his Lantern to not throw off some Thunder Waves, to taunt his Skarmory, I just said Skarmory I think, and yeah, to pretty much deal with them and Volt Switch out, pivot out. We have to keep an eye on Mudsdale, but it has no recovery, so yeah, I think we're pretty safe, especially because we have Gliscor as a good switch in. And I think it will do pretty good against his team, because it can pivot around, it can set up Stealth Rocks, it can create momentum, it can wall some of his mons for days, like Scrafty. Gets checked pretty well, but not so good, because he can hit us with stab fighting test, but we're faster and we can pick him off at 50% or more with the close combat. And Lycanroc, we can wall that thing for days. We can pivot around against Skarmory, against Buffalon, Silvally, and so on. I guess it will do a really great job this game. So yeah, we have Magneton as well with the choice backs to pivot around, or to just trap Skarmory at least. He could not bring Skarmory, he could as well throw on some a Shell to make his mons to switch out the Skarmory against Magneton. But if he does that, he has no leftovers or Rocky Helmet, so we can deal with that more easily with CBB, with the Thunder Punch, or with Choice Bandit Tapu Bulu with Superpower, or with Volt Switch on Close Combat on Rudolph, and taunt that thing to let him not roost up. And yeah, so it's not that bad if he brings Shed Shell. We can deal with it, I guess. We can Volt Switch around, or maybe throw off some Flash Cannons or Toxics on his Lantern. That's why I brought Toxic, to deal with the Lantern. And we can just pull off a chunk load of damage against his team We can one-hit KO Mega Sceptile, or 2-hit KO Mudstail if we predict nice. We can trap Metagross maybe, and knock that thing out at like 30% if he's Assault Vest max HP. And yeah, I guess it will do a good job, especially to threaten his Skarmory. And yeah, it's not that important, but I just want to have it with me to deal with Skarmory. Next up, we have Gliscor with the Toxic Orb, Toxic Earthquake, Agility, Baton Pass. Physically defensive to deal with the likes of Metagross, Mudstail, and Buffalon. We can go out to Tentacruel to scout for his Ice Punch and to see if he has that on his Metagross. We will be faster. I put 23 Speed IVs to be faster than Tapu Fini, but to be a bit slower than his 95 Basemon Arcanine, which I could see him running physically defensive to deal with my mons for the likes of Entei and Bulu. And yeah, so I put that thing that I can Baton Pass out on that thing and throw in Tapu Bulu maybe, or Entei, so that I don't have to throw in something on Arcanine's Will-O-Wisp. And to be faster than Tapu Fini, to Baton Pass out to Tapu Bulu, because yeah, he can take Tapu Fini's attacks way better than Gliscor can. And yeah, I guess it's pretty nice. We can Agility, Baton Pass, some speed to Tapu Bulu, and late game clean or to CBB to make some nice damage. Or we can even be faster with Gliscor and knock some of his mons out. So yeah, Toxic is there to deal with the likes of Mudstail and Arcanine's Crafty, which we can't knock out that easily with Earthquake. I mean, Arcanine gets hit super effectively, but we have no attack investment. And he has Morning Sun to deal with our damage, because since he has Intimidate, we're not going to do such good damage with Earthquake. So yeah, I think this set will do pretty good against him, because we can pivot around with Baton Pass as well and create some nice momentum to bring in our threats. Next up, we have Tentacruel with the Sugar Berry to deal with Mudstail, or even to deal with Metagross, because I think he won't bring Zen Headbutt. I guess Earthquake is just better. I could see him bringing Bullet Punch, Meteor Mash, Ice Punch, and Earthquake to deal with Cobalion, to deal with Tentacruel, to deal with Gliscor, and I don't see him bringing Zen Headbutt. He could do it, so if he brings it, so be it. But if not, we can tank his Earthquake, or we can tank the Earthquake of Bandit, Mudstail maybe, and knock him out with his Scald, because we're faster and can 2-hit KO him if he doesn't run Assault Vest. We can maybe we can burn Metagross, which would be a huge thing, because we don't have that good things against Metagross, I figured. So yeah, it would be nice to Scald burn him. And for the last one, I figured Snorlax would be pretty nice with the Assault Vest, max HP, max attack, because we can switch that thing in on Silvally. To deal with the Silvally, we can switch that thing in on Mega Sceptile and Lantern to deal with them. We have Body Slam, Thunder Punch, EQ, and Ice Punch to deal with Tapu Fini, Skarmory, Arcanine to throw off some stab Body Slams to maybe paralyze one of his mons. And Ice Punch, we have that for Mudstail and Mega Sceptile to hit them super effectively. I guess Snorlax will do a great job against him, because he can take hits for days, and with max attack Adamant he can throw some good damages, and he has not that many mons which recovery. The only thing is Skarmory and Skarmory and Arcanine, so I figured it would be pretty nice. And yeah, I'm gonna make a cut and we're gonna see each other again when the battle starts. Welcome back, guys, to the match against Justin, and we're just gonna accept and we will see what he'll bring. Okay, so he brought Mudstail, Scrafty, he brought no Magneton, no Skarmory, which is pretty nice for us. He brought Mega Sceptile, Mudstail, maybe Assault Vest, Metagross to trap my Latios, Silvally, and Scrafty. Okay, when we look at his team, I guess Tentacruel's just fine as a lead, because we can Scald the Scrafty, Arcanine, we can throw out a Scald against Silvelli. The only thing that we can't deal with pretty well would be the Sceptile, but yeah, we can take one hit and knock him out with the Sludge Bomb maybe. We have the Sugar Berry for Mudsdale, because if he leads Mudsdale, I'm gonna go for, I guess I'm gonna lead with Tentacruel. So I'm hit him up with a Have Fun Buddy, and I guess I'm gonna lead with Tentacruel. I guess it's the best lead for us. Yeah, I'm just gonna lead Tentacruel. I guess this is just fine. We have to knock out his Mudsdale as soon as possible, because then we can pivot around with our Cobalion, which does pretty good against him. So he brought Arcanine, which is most likely his physical wall to deal with Tapu Bulu, but we have the Stone Edge, and yeah, okay, so he leads off with Metagross. I would like to go out to Rudolph, but I don't really know what we should do. We could go out to Ragnar. I guess that's what we just gonna do. He leads off, he lays his Stealth Rocks, which is just fine, and we can go for maybe Baton Pass to scout for his Ice Punch and go back to Hentai. There is the Ice Punch, which is pretty nice to know for us, so we can go for the Scald maybe, or Rapid Spin. Rocks are not that bad. I guess we're just gonna go for the Scald, maybe burn him. Oh nice, we're gonna get the burn. He's gonna go for the Earthquake, which gets weakened by our Sugar Berry and does absolutely nothing. So we can spin away the Stealth Rocks now. Very nice that we got this burn. This helps a lot to deal with this team. We're faster than his Mudsdale anyways, and if he can't knock us out here, I guess. And yeah, so we can have Tentacruel. Okay, he goes to El Capone, which is good for us, so we can go for the Acid Spray here to not let him set up, and he goes for the Dragon Dance. Okay, so we can go out, we can go for the Scald now, and maybe do about okay, he goes for the knockoff, which doesn't knock us out, and we can go for Scald again maybe. I don't want to lose Tentacruel, so I guess we're just gonna go. He could go. Okay, so we're toxic with Ragnar with our Gliscor, so we could go Gliscor here, and yeah, we see he goes for the knockoff again, which does a chunk load of damage. We're just gonna go for the Earthquake. Oh, maybe we can go Rudolph. I don't know if he's faster than we are. I guess we have to go for EQ here. We have to go for EQ here, not play around. And if we're lucky, he doesn't have the Ice Punch, which I assume he doesn't have, because he had the Ice Punch on Metagross, and he does not go for the Ice Punch immediately. So he goes back out to his Metagross, and I'm just gonna fire off another Earthquake to knock him out. If we're faster, he could run speed. Okay, he doesn't run speed, so we're faster. Knock out his Metagross, which is pretty nice for us, so we don't have to deal with it. He is poison. Okay. He could lure us here and have the ice. Does Silvelli get Ice Beam? Oh, sorry guys, I don't know that now. I have to look for it. So, okay, what is it? German name type? Nil is the first stage, and then it's Amigento. It's called in German. So Silvelli, I'm gonna look if he has. Okay, he could have the Ice Fang, and he could have the Ice Beam. So, I don't think that Mac Houston is that useful in this game, so I think I'm just gonna go out to Mac Houston. And yeah, he goes for the Ice Beam, and I guess I'm just gonna fire off a nice Flash Cannon. Specs, so he can't really switch into that. The only thing would be Arcanine. I mean, he could knock us out here if he has Fire Blast, but oh, the Flamethrower kills. Okay, I wouldn't have guessed that the flamethrower kills, but we can go out to young Rudolph here. Or maybe, no, we're gonna go to Snorlax and fire off a nice body slam. So yeah, that's the problem with this fucking Silvally. That's what I meant, guys. It's pretty annoying to deal with, and yeah, I'm just gonna go for, I guess I'm gonna go for Ragnar maybe to predict his Willow. Yeah, he goes for the Willow, which is pretty nice, and I'm gonna go for Baton Pass, I guess, because I think he's switching. Oh, we could go for Toxic pretty safely. I guess we're gonna go Toxic, because we need to weaken his Arcanine, and if we can hit him up with a Toxic, he will be whittled down and can get knocked out pretty easily by our Tapu Bulu. So he goes for the Flare Blitz, which does completely nothing. And we could go for an Agility here, or we could just double Toxic maybe. I guess that's the play, because he's more than likely gonna go out to Mudsdale. Okay, he goes to El Capone, and we can pretty safely knock him out with a nice Earthquake, because we should be faster maybe. Okay, he goes for knockoff again, doesn't do any damage, and down goes the Scrafty. So the most annoying one to deal with is his Silvally. We should be able to get up an Agility against Mudsdale or maybe Sceptile, and then pass it out to our Bulu and sweep him with Stone Edge. We will see. I guess sacking Tentacruel would be nice, or because he's more than likely gonna go for the parting shot here. So I guess I'm gonna go Tentacruel. Okay, he goes for the Ice Beam, and he gets the freeze, which sucks, but I guess he would be faster anyway. So I'm just gonna go for Scald to freeze, go against the freeze. Okay, he goes out. We're going out to young Rudolph now, and click the Stealth Rock, because I think Stealth Rocks are pretty good to deal with his Arcanine and so stuff. We should go Gliscor here, because he's more than likely gonna go for the Earthquake or maybe Heavy Slam to predict Bulu. But I don't want to risk Cobalion here, because it's a pretty important pivot. He goes for the Close Combat, does absolutely nothing, and I'm just gonna go for the Earthquake to predict his Silvally on my Toxic maybe, to come in freely. So I'm just gonna go for the Earthquake to whittle him down. I hope he is going to go out to Silvally. No, he goes out to his only counter for our Bulu, to his Arcanine. I mean, Silvally Poison is a very okay check to Bulu. It's faster, and Woodhammer doesn't do that great amount of damage, but he has no recovery, so since that, I guess we're pretty safe now. It looks good, I have to admit that, it looks pretty good. And I'm gonna go here, Snorlax here, on his most likely parting shot. Maybe he goes straight for the Ice Beam, does absolutely nothing, and we can throw off a nice Ice Punch, I guess, because we can hit everything super effectively which he wants to throw in. The Ice Punch does about 50%. He gets the stamina boost, which is not a big problem. And I guess we're just gonna go Ragnar here. He could double out to Silvally to predict us, but he just keeps clicking a Close Combat. And I don't know if I should go for Baton Pass or EQ. Maybe Toxic would be the play. I guess Toxic is good. I don't think he would go Silvally here. And if he does, we can go out to Snorlax pretty safely. I guess we're looking pretty good here, since we have Tapu Bulu left. He didn't even come in once. And when we get off a nice Agility, we could sweep him now. Okay, so he goes out to that thing. We can pretty safely go out to our Cobalion, which doesn't do that great job now. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go out to Cobalion here. He pulls off his Mega, goes for the Leaf Storm, does absolutely nothing, since Cobalion has not that great special defense, and this is a Mega Sceptile. I guess we can go for close combat here to knock him out. He misses his focus blast, which is pretty unfortunate for him, and we can pick him off with the close combat to knock him out. So he has just left his Silvally and his Mudsdale, and we can pretty much go for the agility and speed pass to Tapu Bulu. Sorry guys. And we can win with the superpower maybe. That will probably matter, he says. Okay, so we can go for another. We can go for voltage here maybe, since we're faster. We did get a crit though, and I guess so we're gonna go CBB here. He could go for the parting shot, but I think he doesn't have the parting shot. So yeah, I'm just gonna go for the earthquake here, because he's more than likely. Okay, he goes out to American Pharaoh, which we can't knock out here, but I'm really tempted to double to EQ here again to knock out his Silvally on the switch-in, but I guess Young Rudolph is the play if he opts to double. If not, we can sack and go Ragnar afterwards. So yeah, we're pretty safe here. He goes with the close combat, knocks us out, and we can go back out to Ragnar here, and we can click agility and pass to Bulu. I guess so. He goes for the heavy slam here. And we can now earthquake, knock him out, and we don't even need to pass the Bulu because we're faster now than his Silvally, and we can go for the earthquake, and this is a good game. So GG Justin, nice game though, and I think I'm gonna see you guys next week again, and until then, have a great day and see ya.